Let me remind you about something. In 2009, when His Excellency Vice President John Evans Atta Mills came to the region for the inauguration or the inaugural ceremony of the Tumukuru.
In 2009?
Yes, 2009.
And that is, you're talking about John Mahama?
Honorable John Mahama.
Okay, yeah.
His Excellency Vice President John Mahama.
Okay.
When he came, after the program, when we were coming back to Wa, I was there myself. When we were coming, it took us almost 4 hours to get to Wa.
Wow.
Almost 4 hours. And you know, we had just taken, that was around April, we had just taken over from the MPP, and we were still marshalling resources to be able to take off our Better Ghana agenda. It took us almost 4 hours to get to Wa. You see, this tells you the state at which our roads were. The Tumu road was very, very, very bad. Currently, if you were to move from Tumu to Wa, it will not take you up to 1.5 hours.
The road has been
It will not be up to 1.5 hours. Always we make sure periodically we reshape and re-gravel them. And so our road network, I wouldn't say we have done all. No, let me be fair. We have not done all. But the majority of them are in good shape. And now commercial activities are booming very well. People are able to move with ease and swiftly and easily. You see, so in terms of roads, I would say we have done a lot, We have also tarred some parts of the Wat Township roads. Yes, we have tarred some of them, and we have also, I don't know what the terminology is. Yeah, the terminology is when there is an existing road that is tarred, then you try to, you know,
is it upgrading? You mean like you are rehabilitating the road?
Well, is it rehabilitation? It isn't that the old coal tar has been removed, and we place something on top just to strengthen it, to prolong its life. We have also done that to the Wa Township road, and then to Tumu Township too. We have also been able to tar some parts of the roads there. Yes. All
right. Let me come to Prince. In the areas of he has spoken extensively on education and then infrastructure development in the Upper West region. In the areas of health, water, energy, and youth employment, what can we be proud of as a government and as a party that is what we've been able to bring to our good people in the Upper West region?
You see, if you have a good story to tell, the storyteller is always happy to tell the story because we have a good story to tell. These things I'm going to talk about are just a few major ones that we are just going to highlight on for the sake of time. Under health, the NDC government, after taking over power in 2009, the government has established 3 new health institutions. One, we have the Laura Health Assistant Training School, which is located in Laura Town. We have the Tumu Midwifery, which is also located in Tumu. And we have the Nandom Midwifery, which is also located in Nandom. 3 health institutions. Two,
that is helping to train young men and women there.
2 specifically, they are training midwives, and the health assistants too, as we know the course they do there, just to augment the work of nurses at the various distances. So this is just 3 years, and we have achieved, what's the name? We have gotten 3 new health institutions, as compared to the MPP 8 years of 1 health institution. That's the what?
In 8 years?
In 8 years, we have one. And in 3 years, we have 3. So you see, this is just enormous for someone.
It's a good story.
Yes, to pretend not to have seen. That's just one slot of it. We have constructions of 5 polyclinics.
5 polyclinics.
5 polyclinics. One is located at Heng. One is located at Babli. The other one is located at Wechau. One is also located at Ko, that's Nandon Ko. And one is also located at Lambuse. 5 just within 3 years. We have established 5 polyclinics for the region.
That is to improve health accessibility and delivery in the region.
Yes, just to make sure that people don't travel all the way from, because it's like those days, if you want better health care, you have to get to Wa Regional Hospital, and that was putting a lot of pressure on it. So these polyclinics are established to augment the work of the regional.
Great story.
Yes, that's 5 polyclinics, and these are physical projects for everybody to see. Across the region, we have 52 clinics and CHIPS compounds dotted across the region. 52. And these are on records. these are on records. For the sake of time, I will just mention a few.
So, yeah. I wish we have the whole night to ourselves.
Yes,
so that
we can talk about PC. We can talk about Bosa Clinic. We can talk about Dondoli. We can talk about Doble, all in one municipal. I'm just mentioning those in one municipal.
You are making reference to about 52.
Yes, yes. So we are just mentioning these things for people to know that it's not just anything you come here.
It's not a mirage.
No. They are there.
The projects are
in fact, the Doble Chips compound, let me be emphatic on that one. Doble Chips compound. Formerly, they were using a 3 store rooms, not store. Three, where we have, as the youth wing of the NDC, that's where we have rented now as our youth secretariat. That was where they were operating a clinic from. So directly opposite our office, we have a new chips compound established for the people of Doble.
Wow.
And they are very happy about that. These things are there for everybody to see.
One of the area, they say water is life.
Yeah.
Yes. And in the Upper West region, there have been calls for boreholes, for water accessibility. What has been the success story?
Yeah, for water, we have a good story that is currently ongoing.
Okay.
In fact, it's even causing a little bit of traffic in town.
Okay, I see.
Because pipes are being buried across the length and breadth of Wa.
Okay.
And that is what we term as the One Municipal Urban Water System Expansion Project.
Okay.
Ongoing.
Okay.
And the work they have done so far is more than 50%. They are to connect that the river in Wechau. What's the name of that? The Black Volta.
Yeah.
That's where the water will be connected from to Wa Township.
Okay.
And 2 new heavy water reservoirs are to be built in addition to the current one that just one.
Okay, Prince, you hold it there. Let's take another short break. And then when we come back, we'll focus on water, youth employment, and the agri sector under the Better Ghana agenda, Upper West region in perspective. Back to you, Prince Idriso Mahmoud, Regional Deputy Youth Organizer. On the water delivery, before we went on the break, you were giving us some rather very, very interesting and very, very good story. Great stories to be proud of as a people of Ghana, as a government, and as a party. Let's
you see, smiles are written all over my face because the story I'm telling, I challenge anybody to go on the ground and see whether they are there or not. That's why I'm attaching the various community. Back to water. After this One Municipal Urban Water System Expansion Project, we have the 5 small town water system project, which was also, the contract was signed on the 25th July 2009.
Okay, that's about some 5 months after President took over.
Under Honorable Mahmoud Khaled as the regional minister.
The former regional minister,
yes, that was 25th July 2009. And we have 5 towns that benefited from this project. Chere, the community I come from personally. We have Bosa Township Water Project. We have Kalio Township Water Project. We have Babli Township Water Project. And we have Fonsi Township Water Project.
Wow.
These are 5.
In fact, I wish to congratulate the former regional minister, Honorable
these were magnificent projects that were carried under our government. We have drilled over 500 boreholes across the region. In fact, as far as I like citing examples, said that people can
but 500 is huge.
Yes, the West Central MP, Honorable Rashid Pepu, alone, he, through his initiatives, they sank about 30 boreholes in Wa Town, just to add to what the Municipal Assembly already acquired for the people.
So we reach out also to Honorable Rashid Pelpo for those great initiatives.
Some of these boreholes are created even in basic schools to provide water for the children.
So children don't have to move long distances to draw water.
Yeah, we have one model. Junior high school, one of the boreholes is drilled there for the pupils to always take during schooling hours.
That's great.
We won't talk about what is yet to happen, but a lot is coming.
Yeah, let me get to. Are you done with the water sector?
We have 7 small town water projects that is yet to be added on board. And also, as we speak, contract has also been awarded to a contractor to drill more 100 boreholes in the region. that will take it to add up to 600 boreholes in the region.
The Upper West region.
Yes, alone. Wow. Yes.
In fact, that is what we call the Better Ghana agenda.
And the people are feeling it.
Exactly so.
Yes.
Exactly so.
Yes.
Exactly so. People think that the Better Ghana agenda is all about feeling it in pockets. No. It's about bringing life, relief, and bringing a lot of good things to the people of Ghana in our regions, in our districts. And I'm very, very, very excited about the great news and the great successes that have been recounted on this show. Back to you, Yakubu Yaya. You are the Regional Propaganda Secretary. Exactly. In the area of agriculture, can you tell us what the region has been able to chuck up so far?
Yes, in the area of agriculture, I would say we have done remarkably well.
Okay.
Why am I saying this? You know, looking at the food prices, where we made food prices and then where it is now, I must say we have done very, very, very well. During the MPP era, a bowl of, we use bowls to measure corn and other grains. Here you use olunka. But
it's the same bowl. It's the same bowl. The measurement is almost the same.
Good. A bowl of maize almost hit 2 cedis or 20,000 old cedis. Okay. Today, as we speak today, it's still below. But like one economist said, by name David Anderson, in his book Economics of West Africa, he tried to define inflation, and he defined it this way: that inflation is the rate at which price increases rapidly. Okay. He went ahead to say that small increases every year is normal. This is what he said. It's normal. Okay. So if anybody ever says that each year, if prices increase a little bit, is a problem, no. Anderson says no. Small increases each year is normal. But our case, MPP nearly sent a bowl of maize to 2 cedis. Today we are still below 2 cedis. Okay.
Okay.
Is it an
so
achievement?
we are holding.
Yes, we are holding
down.
it. Yeah. Is it an achievement or not? It is.
Yeah.
They argue that what do we do with inflation? They were struggling to bring inflation to a single digit.
They couldn't achieve that for 8 years.
Why were they doing that? That is the question we should ask.
Because they know that there's something about it that makes
there's something good about it. That's why you should bring it down.
Yeah.
But they are questioning us that, if you have even brought inflation down,
what is the use?
What is the use of that? So let's throw the question back to them. What is the use of bringing inflation down? But as far as Upper West is concerned, this is what is happening. Food prices have been stable. They have been stable over the period of President Atamil's regime. Now, and this hasn't come just by a miracle. It is because of the policies that we have put in place. We have been able to revive the cotton sector. Yeah, that is what we describe as white gold. Okay. Now, the benefits is that our people are employed. They are getting income. You know, when you are employed, definitely you get income. They are getting income. Our farmers and other workers alike, they are all working. As far as the cotton
so farmers are happier now, cotton farmers are happier now.
Happy, yes.
That they are getting the worth of their labor.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Apart from that, we also introduced this block farming and youth in agriculture system, and then afforestation is also there. It has also absorbed a lot of our people. Okay. So in terms of employment, this is how we are doing using agriculture. Okay. Then again, we can talk about fertilizer.
Yeah, we have been we
have been able to subsidize the price of fertilizer. And many farmers now have access to fertilizer. Okay. And so they use it to fertilize their crops, and they are producing more.
In fact, when we came to Wa, I remember in Lambusie, there was a vegetable farm. Yeah. And
just
we were amazed.
To where we were
exactly. And we were amazed that the land could support vegetable farming, even in the dry season.
Yeah, that was just where we were having the meeting.
Exactly
I can remember.
Yes, and to boost agricultural activities, we have also, the government has been able to distribute a lot of tractors to our region. Yeah. We have tractors called farm trucks. Is it farm tractor or farm trucks? Farm trucks. Yeah. We also have what they call John Deere. We have what we call.
So that is providing the clearing of the land at a cheaper cost for our farmers to do their farming.
Exactly. Okay. And then through LESDEP, we are also bringing Mahindra tractors. Okay. This farming season, I'm very sure the tractors will be in to augment what we already have.
So the message is that the people of Ghana should watch out for more food, production of more cereals, more grains, to feed the national population. Let me come back to Prince. In the area of youth employment, tell me some good news.
My brother, before I just go into the youth employment, I left some part of the energy. Before the NDC government took over power from the NPP in 2009, the electricity coverage for the whole region was 22%. 22%, which is on record. That the Upper West, you know, there was this case whereby Upper West was as this low, and places like Ashanti region and other regions were that high, up to 80%.
In terms of rural education.
So you see, what touched my heart at that moment was that our president stopped those that were flying that high and was to raise
those that are below.
Just to match up before the whole thing. That shows that, you see, this is a president that cares about everybody. Whether or not we should all move together as a people. So out of this 22% coverage that we had as a region, as we speak, 450 communities is currently being connected
to the national grid?
Yes, to the national grid. And if these communities are successfully hooked, the region's coverage will shoot up to 75%.
I saw evidence of that the last time I came there. I saw
and you see, to even
add
up to that, the Fonsi district capital, that's the Wa East district. There was no electricity coverage there at all, a district capital.
Wow.
Under President Mills' 3 years in office, there is electricity coverage in Fonsi.
That's commendable.
Yes, as we speak, there is electricity coverage in Fonsi.
So the people of Fonsi now can drink chilled water.
Yes, because they were suffering.
And they can mash their kenke and keep in their fridges and drink.
Offices can operate very well.
Because for business and local
because it was not cost effective for an office to acquire a huge generator when you could just. So this is one of the things that happened. And just to mention some few communities, for the sake of those who will always doubt, if you take the Pungu community, currently electrification is going on there massively. If you take PC, where I work, there is electricity expansion going on. What town, there is an expansion, you know, as a municipality, we have some sites of town that are springing up. So all these places, electricity. In fact, every day, if you sit by the roadside, the road that leads Kumasi, when you are, you can't count the number of articulator trucks that carry poles and
to the area.
What's the transformers to the area. And my heart, I feel so happy.
That's something
happy
to be proud of.
To be proud of the government that is doing all these things just under 3 years.
Youth employment.
Yes, youth employment. We met the National Youth Employment Program, and I'm going to talk about Upper West region. The coverage before 2009, we had 2,050 beneficiaries. And among these, we had a lot of ghost names that were among this 2,051. And you know, when our government took over, the first thing we did was to wipe out this ghost name and really know what the current states of the youth employment and see how we start from there. As we speak, over 5,000 youth has been employed under this youth employment program because of the new models that we have had added, like the dressmaking, the what's the name? Those that they train them for hairdressing. So many other models that has been added to this youth employment something. So we record over 5,000 youth in the region now. We have the Let's Day program. The inauguration ceremony was to be held on the 3rd of March, but due to certain it has been postponed. We have 561 graduates who were and they were not only passing out, but they were to be equipped with if you are under the Barbering model, you receive your equipments under the what's the name?
The dressmaking model.
Under the hospitality industry, you get these cylinders and all those things to work with. That will also come out with their graduation ceremony. They will also be graduating 1,000 151 graduates.
1,151 graduates.
We have a lot of stories to talk about.
Let's take our last break, and then when we come back, we'll zero in again on the negative comments that some people have been passing. We've had all these achievements, and we should be proud of them. The discussion continues. Better Ghana agenda, Upper West region in perspective. Mr. Yakubu Yahaya, we are going to the elections. Upper West region, a very, very strategic region for us. We want to win more seats. We want to win more votes. We want to win more followers. We want to win more hearts. We want to win more followers and believers in the Better Ghana agenda, and we want to win the 2012 elections. How confident are we that we've worked hard enough to convince the people that we are sweeping all the seats in the Upper West region?
Thank you once again. One authority by name CS, Professor Dudley CS, he wanted to define development, and this is how he looked at it. That for him to say a country or a place is development, one, he wants to see that there are decreasing figures or numbers of unemployment.
Okay.
Corruption should be reducing. And then also there should be equality, or what he termed as egalitarian treatment. Now we in the Upper West region have every reason to be proud of NDC because one, corruption is reduced. Two, unemployment figures are reducing as we have just given the figures as you have seen. Now, equality is also there because if you look at these projects that are coming to our region, then at least it means the gap is being bridged. Is being bridged. So we are actually having development. Yes. The people of Upper West are particularly happy because hitherto, or let me be specific, during former President Kufuor's time, you know, most of our traders trade across the Burkina Faso border, either through Hamele or through Leo. Because of the cocaine trade, it was very difficult for people to cross the border, to do their business.
Because they were being harassed?
Yes, they were harassed. You were searched sometimes to the extent of people trying to, you know, put their hands in your private parts. Some restricted areas. Yes, some restricted areas, exactly. You see, so they were doing all these things, but today, it is no more. And it is not because of anything. It is because His Excellency has been able he has been able to curtail all these things. No more cocaine business, corruption, no more. And so people are free to do their business, and the people are very, very happy. And one other reason why the people of other Upper West region are and should be happy is that from here to Wa, there's a community called Tanina. When you are there, you see the lights of Wa ahead of you, about 8 kilometers. The street lights.
So Wa now announces its presence.
Exactly.
Even before you get there.
Now I even describe Wa as the Spain of the northwestern part of Ghana. You know, we are told that when you are at Morocco, you see the lights of Spain. So I describe Wa now as the Spain of the northwestern part of what? Ghana. That is one. Now, the people are also happy that the kind of insults that people used to rain on our people has ceased. When former President Kufuor was in power and he was appointing his cabinet ministers, they asked him why he did not appoint a single cabinet minister from Upper West region. He looked us in the faces and said we did not have the materials, the human resources that he wanted in his cabinet. Just as soon as they lost power, 1 year, not even up to 1 year, as soon as they lost power, they had a material to be deputy minority leader. So couldn't Honorable Ambusdere being a cabinet minister? Couldn't he have been?
And today, how many cabinet ministers do you have?
Today, we started with Honorable Albambagbin. We had Honorable Chire. We had Honorable Benjamin Kumbo. We had my grandpa, Honorable Rashid Pilpu.
So that tells you that the President Mills actually looked into the region.
That is not all.
Picked people to work with him.
My brother, that is not all. We also had Council of State members appointed, 2 of them.
I think I visited one home the last time I came to work.
Alaji Mama Idrisu is one. Na Ansole Ghana, the second. The chief of Jirapa. former IGP in private life known as Mr. Peter Namfuri is one. Then we also have one elected.
So we are sure that with the attention His Excellency has given the region, we are sure of winning more seats.
We are more than proud, and we are more than convinced that we are winning more seats for the party. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because our candidates tried and tested, all of them. The new ones too, again, have been tried and tested. Some of them are DCEs. Honorable Ambrose Dere now is running away from his own district, the constituency, trying to gravitate to another one, because that is where he thinks he can perform.
So now that he's
going
lost
to
the ground,
he's going to meet Honorable Benjamin Kumbo at the Nandom, the newly created. Who defeated him, but they manipulated the figures. Now they are meeting at the Nandom constituency,
and will defeat them again.
And we are going. Honorable Benjamin Kumbo is going to beat him mercilessly. So Ambrose Dere is running away, and Anthony Cabo is saying, "Halt! Stop it there! Don't come here. This is not your area."
Oh, I see. So that is the confusion.
That's the confusion that Ambrose Dere shouldn't come to the Laura area because he's also nurturing.
Even the regional secretary.
I see, Prince. Let me come to you, Prince, briefly.
You see, when you come to West Central, the parliamentary candidate they have there, I would say is an NDC member because he was our Zongo polling station secretary, and he has not resigned. He hasn't handed over our materials to us, but because they don't have anybody, they came and loaned him from us. And my grandpa, Honorable Rashid Pepu, one time a boxer, hasn't lost his boxing skills.
I like the people in that one. Prince, the youth of the Upper West region. The work rests on the shoulders of the youth. We want to win the elections in 2012 and continue telling and singing the beautiful tunes that we are singing on this show today. What message do you have? A message of hope for the youth in the Upper West region?
You see, the youth of the Upper West region, in particular to the NDC party, they are just waiting for the whistle to be blown.
And they'll go into
You see, these are people who are not selfish. In fact, they are not looking at what
they will get,
but what their communities will benefit. And I've been telling my story that if the MPP people in our region, if they are bold enough, they should compare what they did in 8 years in office and compare what we have done 3 years. They should leave what our grandfather Jerry did and take what 3 years the NDC government has done in Upper West, and they are 8 years and they'll run away. And let me tell you, let me tie this to something. If you are in junior high school 3 and you begin compare yourself with somebody in basic 3, like you come to the house and they ask you, oh, I know things more than this boy. I am brilliant than this boy. And the boy in the P3 class also can tell you that, no, this quiz I passed more than you. In that case alone, the basic 3 pupil is better than the one in junior high, because you have moved so much. And this is just a basic 3 pupil. So if we have the ability and we have the facts and records to compare our 3 years with the MPP's 8 years in the region, we don't have any problem.
There's no basis for that comparison.
No, our youth will only be storytellers, just like I'm telling my story today. Just to tie in the flag bearers' popularity, their flag bearers' level of popularity in our region. An impression is created as if Nana is all over.
You remember the last time when we came, they ran away from because we were supposed to do a program at the youth wing.
That was even our national youth organization.
He chased Nana out of town.
Yes, he couldn't. And in fact, that visit Nana did to the region, Nana could not enter the region daytime. He was somewhere. He had entered through Tumu, but he couldn't enter what town because the reception he was to receive was just so.
It fizzled out.
It's nothing. So he tried boarding himself, and you know.
Okay, we have run out of time.
He has to enter in the middle of the night.
On that note, I wish to thank you all viewers for staying with us on Majority Caucus tonight, and all of you who joined us around the world on www.multitvworld.com/streams. We also express our gratitude. And to my brothers from the Upper West region, believers in the Better Ghana agenda, workers for the great party, the NDC, and full soldiers for this great party, to carry us into the 2012 elections with one thing in mind: victory. Victory for the people of Ghana, victory for Professor Mills, victory for democracy, and victory for development. Yakubu, Yahaya, Regional Propaganda Secretary, and Prince Idrisu Mahmood. I say thank you, who is the Deputy Regional Youth Organizer. I say thank you, thank all of us, and whatsoever that is good, whatsoever that is pure, whatsoever that is of great concern to the development of Ghana, let us keep thinking of these things whilst we believe in the better Ghana agenda.